Dear students, welcome and thank you for tuning in to this video. I am Dr. Loay Al-Zube. We are continuing my videos about the topic of rehabilitation engineering, and in this lecture I'm going to make probably 2 or 3 videos about seating biomechanics, seating systems, and seating assessment. I'm going to start with seating biomechanics, and in this video I am going to be talking about general concepts about the seating biomechanics and some of the medical conditions associated with seating systems for people who are using seating system for mobility. The first thing I want to start with is talking about a little bit about the human body. In a seating position, the human body seems simple, however it's complex, and the human body is situated in a complex structure. The human body is not designed to sit, at least not for prolonged times in the same position. So our body is designed for laying down and for standing. That's how the structure is actually designed for. For people with disability who require the use of wheeled mobility and wheelchairs and seating devices, sitting is extremely necessary. Identifying the most effective designs and seating systems for such needs, it can be a challenging task. And that is, I'm going to lay down in this video what are the challenges and what are the things that we need to, as engineers, as biomedical engineers, to work on, as well as rehabilitation engineers, to overcome such challenges. So in general, a seating system will look something similar to these images that you're seeing on the screen. This is the basic model. I think this was the first designs for a wheelchair, and then we moved to this standard wheelchair, and then we did some design to improve performance and reliability, and we, especially if you for someone who is playing sports, so we moved to this design on the top left, and nowadays we have powered wheelchair. This is a huge industry actually, so we're moving into more complex designs and more complex solutions. However, I want to talk more about the biology and the pathology that is which is associated with seating systems. So we need to associate seating with the common pathologies that they're can be related or connected to seating. So the human body maintains balance, which is a very important concept, through it's a complex neuromuscular system, and as well as through the bones, joints, tendons, and ligaments. So all of these together hold the human body in balance, and that's very important. Now, a compromise to these body structures, anything that is affecting the balance of the human body, will include some of the following. So I'm going to list, if you look at the screen, there is a lot of conditions that could be associated with losing balance and losing this homogeneous and delicate interaction between the different parts of our posture. So loss of muscle activity and strength, this is associated with spinal cord injury or multiple sclerosis. Limitation in joint range of motion, this is arthritis. This is a result of arthritis. Coordination, people lose coordination for many reasons in their motor tasks. So if they want to move to hold an object or catch an object, they will lose coordination. Also, you have impaired balance posture, and this is a result of most of the time of amputation of one of the limbs. You have increased muscle tone, and that is something that is related to cerebral palsy and brain injuries. And I always tell my biomedical engineering students that they need to think of a medical challenge, a medical problem that they want to invest time and energy to solve. And you can look, I'm listing here the different pathology, medical conditions that can result in problems with our human body balance and structure. So spinal cord injuries, multiple sclerosis, arthritis, amputations, cerebral palsy, and brain injuries, all these are medical conditions that we always encourage our biomedical engineering students to think about these medical conditions and focus on one of them when they move on in their studies. Also, less endurance, and endurance is the power to withstand hardship or stress. So people who run marathons are the ones who have high level of endurances. Also, we have impaired sitting posture. That also could be a result of a lot of medical challenges. Also, people could have challenges and problems in cognition and perception, which is the mental function, such as the ability to think, reason, and remember. I always like to start any lecture of mine, biomedical engineering, and specifically in rehabilitation engineering, by laying out all these medical challenges that we as engineers would like to solve and help healthcare providers overcome and provide solutions for such problems. This is a list of all the medical conditions that are related to seating for people with disability or people who are using mobility aid. I would like to go a little bit further and talk more about a number of pathologies and conditions. So the first thing I want to talk about is the improper posture associated with sitting, number 1. This problem is characterized by the pelvis rotating in a posterior direction, to the back of the body. What happened because of such, of seating systems and this condition that is associated with sitting, it results in sacral sitting, which is the image here that you can see to the left, and that's flexion of the lumbar, and it results in the flexion of the lumbar spine, which are the vertebra, the lower part of the spinal cord, and it also results in kyphotic posture, which is this one here, this image in the middle. And for some people with decreased, trunk controlled, sacral sitting is a necessary posture. That's something people need to do to have as they sit, to maintain trunk stabilization against back support. However, there are concerns with the pressure over the coccyx and sacral areas and further collapse of the spine and trunk, which may eventually compromise the internal vital organs capacity, such as breathing and digestion, and this could result in suffocation of the person or improper amount of oxygen intake for the patient. And if you look at the image here to the right, it lays out all the conditions, the medical conditions that could arise actually because of such condition of such posture. So you can go through them. You have compression, distortions in speed. Each part of the internal, each internal organ, we have a description of what is happening in that organ. For example, in the thoracic, you have speech problems, swelling problems, chewing problems, breathing problems, coughing, and also pain because of such posture and prolonged time sitting with your pelvis rotating in a posterior direction. And you can go through all these here, and you can look exactly what is happening for each organ and how of a problem this is. As an engineer, as engineers, biomedical engineers or rehabilitation engineers, we need to think about ways to characterize, quantify, and then to solve such problems. And this is still an area that is not been studied, and there should be a lot of effort and research in that regard. So this is the first pathological condition that can arise is actually from improper sitting or prolonged sitting in a specific structure or posture. The second condition that I want to talk about is second and third actually. Scoliosis or something called the lateral flexion deformity of the spine, which is the image on the left. Here the pelvis can tilt to the left or right, whereby the spine or trunk will compensate in the opposite direction. So you see how the pelvis is going to the right, and then you have the spine going to the left. So this is the characterization of scoliosis. And this is a condition that is associated with seating and sitting for long times. The other condition is lordosis, and the pelvis rotates in an anterior direction here, resulting in increased flexion of the lumbar spine, known as lordosis, and that's how it looks like this. And this is associated with obesity. And what's happening actually is that you need to balance your posture and the spinal cord, and that's what's happening in lordosis. So these two conditions actually are, improper postures associated with long times of sitting and seating system for people who are using such systems. There is another improper posture associated with sitting, which is called widespread deformity. And the pelvis can, in this situation, rotate to the left or right in combination with any of the other mentioned above that we talked about previously, causing what is termed as a widespread deformity, whereby the things migrate to the left or right, and you have different parts of the body moving in different directions, or getting structured in different orientations that is characterized by widespread deformity condition. As a biomedical engineer, when we go through these, we would like to look at those as medical challenges, and we would like to find and identify technologies that can first assess and quantify these conditions, then find solutions to solve them, and then we need to validate these solutions, that they're working and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And designing robust and effective seating systems is actually one of the very important things that we expect from biomedical engineers and rehabilitation engineers to do and spend time on. The reason for this lecture is this video actually is to lay out the ground and draw the picture of what are the things that are important, and why seating systems, designing and developing a proper effective seating system is very important in healthcare. Thank you for watching, and till the next video. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you so much, and till the next video. Bye.